I was wrong to support Donald Trump. That was a big mistake. He's worse. We'd be better off with Kamala Harris. We'd be better off with Joe Biden. He's worse than the Democrats.
Greetings, my BPPN family. This is Bold Perspectives Network. I'm Mr. Red. Now, when you have MAGA Dave Smith going off and saying that this country would be better with Kamala than what we're dealing with Trump, that's a major moment, because the whole time they had deluded themselves to think that this man was going to do anything more than he had done in his first term. And as I stated in another video, 1 million people lost their lives during COVID due to this man's inaction, telling them to drink bleach and shoot oxychloroquine, whatever the hell it's called, up their asses so that might cure it, while he was going and getting the best medical treatment to cure himself of the thing he said didn't exist. You remember that? Now, fast forward to 2026, and what is he telling you? Affordability doesn't exist. This is a man whose leadership style is to not tackle the problems, but to tell you that it doesn't exist. Or he'll tell you that it's the previous dude's fault. It's the previous administration's fault, even though he has now been in office for over a year and he still won't take accountability. That there, my friends, that is not leadership. This is someone who is the least competent, qualified person to be president, and that's a bold statement considering he was already president before. All right. Today, I'm going to actually show you reactions from people who are just as fed up about this shit as you, not just MAGA. We're going to get back to the roots of this channel, and I'm going to show you some reactions of people who are pissed off at everything going on. We have much to discuss. Let's strap in. Let's get after it.
A certified liar. We already know he lies about everything.
I am announcing today that the United States will withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal. In a few moments, I will sign a presidential memorandum to begin reinstating U.S. nuclear sanctions on the Iranian regime. We will be instituting the highest level of economic sanction. Any nation that helps Iran in its quest for nuclear weapons could also be strongly sanctioned by the United States.
People don't realize that Obama had put in place one of the strongest resolutions to prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear material to use that in enrichment. We were allowed to go over there as much as we wanted to, and as far as we knew, they were holding up. Now, some people are going to sit here and say they weren't, but even some of the most respected people were saying, this is very strong. The nations around Iran were saying, hey, this is a good deal. We actually like this. We feel safer. And this idiot right here, Captain McStinky Pants right here, Lord Farquaad Stinky Pants right here, tore up a good deal. And you got to ask yourself why. Because even in 2018, this man was in bed, I believe, with It's Not Real. I'm telling you, he was already in bed with these people. And in light of the Epstein files, and in light of Epstein's tie to It's Not Real, this man right here was already trying to dismantle everything, even in his first term. And him losing to Joe Biden made him and his people reload.
America will not be held hostage to nuclear blackmail.
I clocked into work yesterday. Everything was fine. I clocked out today, find out we're going to war. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck is going on? Seriously. I'm the peace president. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Anybody else super confused about the news this morning of us going to war with Iran, attacking Iran? Because this was last summer from the White House. Iran's nuclear facilities have been obliterated. But now Trump is saying that we need to attack Iran because of, quote, sinister nuclear ambitions. So which is it? Were they obliterated last summer, or did he lie and that failed? Or was that successful and the reason we're going to war with them now is a lie?
These are reasonable questions that you and I should be making. He literally said last year that they had gotten rid of it. And then all of a sudden, it just seems to me that now that the Epstein files are starting to put some heat and put some pressure on this man, what have we seen? We've seen this dude change his tune. And now all of a sudden, we got to do something about this. They're close. And then the reports are that Iran was willing to talk. Iran says, hey, we don't want to go to any type of conflict. And then you saw Trump and them moving boats, moving ships into the region. Why? There was no credible information to say that they were going to do something else. The only thing that makes sense is that his overlords told him, hey, you got a lot of heat on you. Hey, let's get aggressive.
One thing I love about the internet is that there is a receipt for everything. Is this you? Check you out, predicting that you suck at negotiating.
Now, you would think, with everything going on right now, you would think that this would wake more people up. And yes, we did see Dave Smith in the beginning regret his allegiance to MAGA.
I was wrong to support Donald Trump.
It's frustrating. He's much smarter than Joe Rogan or Theo Vaughn. He's much more politically knowledgeable. He is a prominent debater. You see him a lot on Piers Morgan and other debate panels and debate shows. He's a smart guy. He frustrates the shit out of me because he does what so many people do, and he grades Trump on a curve.
None of them seem to really have much of a concern at all. I think that's something to be very concerned with. But, it's Donald Trump has made his bed. Like, this really is it. In a different way, even different than the 12-day war, even different than covering up the Epstein stuff. It's like Donald Trump officially chose, there's whatever it is in this game where there's Tucker Carlson and there's the majority of his base and there's Candace Owens and Megyn Kelly and, whatever. Donald Trump chose Mark Levin and Lindsey Graham and Benjamin Netanyahu. The most discredited, evil, laughing stocks on the planet. That's who he chose to go all in with.
Wait a minute. These people were there when you voted. Lindsey Graham has been sniffing Donald Trump's balls since the first administration, since he sold out the first time. Lindsey Graham was one of the most outspoken people against Trump, and then when Trump gets into power, Lindsey Graham pretty much got ready to cup the balls and stroke the shaft. That was Lindsey Graham, which I'm sure he enjoys it. And you all couldn't tell what was going on? When someone gives strong opinions about someone and says, hey, this person isn't fit to lead, they're gonna destroy the republic, people that y'all listened to before, that y'all thought were prominent politicians before, when they did that 180 and started supporting him, just all of a sudden, oh, he's the best thing. Well, what about what you said? Well, don't worry about what I said now. I've changed, and I believe he's the best person for our country. That right there should have made your dumbasses back the hell off. That right there is a red flag. See, this is stuff that black people know. Something's wrong with that. That person usually is a sellout. We know this. You all just gather around and be like, you know what? I'm gonna follow him too. Like a dumbass.
Don't get me wrong. I still find the Democrats and the Democratic establishment to be as evil as the Republican establishment. And
no, they're not. Oh no, they're crooked. And I believe that they're compromised by it's not real too. It's just the same thing that companies do. These companies will donate to both sides because they want influence no matter who wins. So yes, that's happening. Let's not say that these are both the same, because they're not. Again, I'm not taking up for Democrats. I'm an independent. But here I'm going to say that this argument, and if you ever hear people make the argument, both sides are the same, only one side has completely given up what they call their morals, shit on the supposed ideals of this country in order to allow a man to be an authoritarian. And again, yes, there's problems with the Democratic Party, but they're not the ones in fucking charge right now, are they?
I hope the Republicans lose the midterms this year. They need to. For the country, they need to be destroyed, and no one from this administration can be supported in 28. Fuck JD Vance, fuck Marco Rubio, fuck Tulsi Gabbard. Fucking, she hasn't resigned yet? Fuck Tulsi Gabbard.
I can't even listen anymore. When they were doing their thing, there was already red flags. And the fact that this is who this man thought he wanted surrounded him. Notice that Trump only has crooks and people who have, fucked up morals around him. That should be the red flag right there.
I really am having a hard time stomaching people who voted him terrorized by this man. Try really hard not to have those days all that often.
I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. No more wars. No more disruptions. We will have prosperity and we will have peace. Under Trump, we will have no more wars, no more disruptions. I am the candidate of peace. I am peace. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future.
This man right here lied to everyone. He said whatever he needed to get elected. 6 Americans have lost their lives because of this man, Captain Bone Spurs, who never served a day in his life, who claims to be for the military and for veterans. Yet his administration, if it was up to them, and if it wasn't unpopular with a majority of Republicans, one of the few things I'll actually agree with them on, but they would take away the benefits of veterans. Yet this man is a billionaire, and he's also profited off of the presidency to the tune of almost $4 billion. Yet you don't deserve your benefits. Him and his family are going to be fine sitting on their golden toilet while you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of.
We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran.
10 years of being terrorized by this man, and I'm tired. And I am mad at those of you who voted for him. I have a hard time looking at them.
So if you ask me, every single MAGA/Trump supporter should be at your local recruiting station today. You should be at your recruiting station. Take your family with you, take your kids with you. They probably need to sign up too. Put your life on the line for this country because literally you voted for this shit. You voted for the chaos that's coming our way, the chaos that we've already endured. All of this shit that's going on, you voted for it.
If you voted for Trump, go enlist in the military so we don't have to do a draft. Go, this is your war to fight because you voted for it. You voted for this war, so go get your camos on. Go use that Second Amendment you constantly defend after school shootings. Go!
You think I should get on the front lines and help Iran and fight for the people? Why would I do that? I'm an American and I'm anti-war. Since you're pro-war, I think you should go hit your nearest recruitment office and sign up. Don't be a pussy though. Remember what you said here. Front lines. And if you can't do it, how about your kids? If you don't have kids, how about your husband? Or, wife. I know it says Mrs., but if not, then one of your other family members or friends. You want it, so you do it.
Listen, I'm going to link down below. This is from the channel Truth from the People. Also, Pondering Politics. Those links will be down in the description or the comments below for you all to be able to click on. Here's the thing. MAGA talks a good goddamn game, and they say, this is our president, and I would die for Trump. I've actually heard people say that. They need to be the ones to go fight this war. 6 Americans have already lost their lives. But here's the thing. A lot of them are fucking cowards, and a lot of the racist ones decided to join ICE because it was a way for them to be able to unlawfully do what the hell they want to. At least they think so. That's why so many of them are getting arrested. Did you know that? A lot of these ICE people are getting arrested for, DV, touching kids, assault and battery, DUI. Like, these people are actually criminals. Yet, Trump always has the best people in office, correct? We're hiring the most unqualified people to go ahead and essentially be his police. That's not a coincidence. People are upset about this war, and rightfully so. This makes me really angry, and obviously y'all know how I feel about this shit. But I want to hear your thoughts on this war down in the comments below. Stay vigilant, stay engaged, stay revolutionary.